Hey there. Welcome to another episode of Heart and Hustle, Visionary Healers, Movers, and Shakers. I am your host, Paulette Rees-Denis, here to bring you magic makers from around the globe, people who are creating change, who have small businesses, large businesses, hobbies, but they are creating the life of their dreams. And that, my friends, is what living is all about. So let us know how you like this episode. Please subscribe, and we'll see you there. Thanks for joining. All right, my friends. Hello, hello, hello. I am Paulette Rees-Denis, and welcome to a new episode of Heart and Hustle, Visionaries, Movers, and Shakers. Woo! So happy to be here again with you. And I'm so happy to introduce to you today, Katherine Campbell, who I've known for, I don't know, a year, 2 years, not super long.
Not too long. Yeah.
Not too long, but I love this woman. I love her energy. She is a bright light. She is always, look at her. I mean, she's always smiling and shining and bringing delightful things to the world. And in this case, she is an ukulele player. And that's how I got to meet her. Katherine, welcome to my show.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be part of your world. Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm so glad you're part of my world, in person and virtual. So she does happen to live in the desert where I live. And so we've gotten together several times and played music together, which is so delightful and so fun. And I love your story, Katherine. And just a little bit, I'll just speak for a minute. First of all, for those of you who are new to the show, I am your hostess, your creatrix, your movement motivator, your magic maker, your passion instigator, your lifestyle transformational coach for creative women around the globe. Women, I work specifically with women who are in mid-career, mid-life, mid-change, looking to expand their world, expand their spirituality, their bodies, their abundance. I mix the woo with the practical. I play lots of music. I'm multi-passionate, as I think so many of you are who come and visit this show. And so Katherine, in her bio, I just thought this was amazing. At age 62, she decided to start playing the ukulele. Rock on, sister. I love
Oh, it's such a fun instrument.
And so, okay, so how old are you now? How long ago was that?
Well, now I'm 71.
Get out of town.
I know.
You are a rock star. Dang, that is amazing.
Well,
So,
that's only in my years of being on the planet,
right.
Not in my mind.
Yeah, I know. We're all like 12.
Haven't quite matured yet.
Please don't. God, don't. I'll never grow up, never grow up, never grow up. Little Peter Pan thrown in there. So I want to know, what were you doing before you started playing the ukulele?
Well, I have had a lot of different careers. Most of them have been in the sales and marketing world. And I decided to start an exercise program and got certified in it called Ageless Grace, which was just starting when I was around 62. So I got certified in that, and I was able to quit my full-time jobs in the corporate world and starting to collect Social Security early.
Okay.
And started doing that program, which is a really fun, very creative, very improvisational exercise program for seniors. Play music and then just have a lot of different ideas to help people just cognitive skills, just keeping them going and their bodies moving. And then I joined a choir, and I'd never been in a choir before. So I said, oh, okay, I'd really like to sing. And one day we were practicing at a senior center. This was when I lived in the Tampa Bay area in Florida.
Okay.
And they had this sound coming from another room that I just like, what is that? And it was about 80 people playing the ukulele.
God. Wow.
They had this really awesome jam going. And I went to the store and bought a ukulele. That sounds like fun.
Oh, that is great. That is great. 80 people playing ukulele.
Yeah. Amazing fun. And a great place to learn, because who cares if you make a mistake? Nobody's
going to hear you.
So you can just keep playing until you get it. And so that was kind of how I started. And then I started to incorporate it into my exercise program. And then I decided I just want to play the ukulele. So I kind of made that decision, and just like, I'll never forget the first time I went to play, and it's like, I'm so glad that the people I'm playing for are extremely forgiving. And they don't really care, as long as there's joy in the room. So
well, and you are that joy. You are such a bright light of joy. So that is so cool. I love that. And so now you play for a lot of older people's community centers, and what is it you're doing now?
Well, I was for the last 3 years since I moved here to Palm Springs, I was working part-time for my church. And I decided last year to go back to school to get a degree in music. So I'm going to the local college. It's really intense because it's all about voice and opera, not opera, but more classical music. And I'm just learning so much. And I'm with a bunch of 20-year-olds, right? So
they must just think you are the bomb.
I don't know, but they're finally accepting me, and I encourage them, and I love to be around them. So I decided to quit my church job just last month, which was a form of income that I could count on, because I do need to work, but I want to spend all my time playing music. So and then going to school, which will start again at the end of August.
So what's the degree that you're going to get?
It's called applied music, and I don't know exactly what the name of that. It's an associate's degree.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a master's degree in organizational management. So which I didn't go back to school until I was in my 40s. I finished my bachelor's, and I went back in my 50s and got my master's. So
me too.
Yeah. So, any time of life you can embrace so much more, and, just keep it going. And
and that is just so perfect. Well, perfect for this show, but I see so many women who stop, especially when they reach that mid-age, that midlife, they won't move, they won't try new things. And look at you. I mean, me too, for that matter.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I was living in Florida and getting my career going with my ukulele, and COVID happened. And then, of course, nobody could go into any of the senior homes, which is where I play. So I decided, I had lived in LA for 15 years ago, and I always wanted to move back to California. So I just marked out a space in my garage of 5x8. I put tape all around it, and I said, "This is the only stuff I can bring." And I rented a U-Haul truck. I mean, a thing that goes on the back of your car.
Yeah, trailer.
And I got a new dog. And we drove across the country during COVID. I had one cooler for my food, one cooler for my drinks, and every time we stopped at a hotel, I would just take out my food. My dog and I would go in and stay there till, it was time to drive again.
Well, and
But
I mean, I just drove across the country with my dog, and we have a trailer, and I mean, yeah,
right, right.
totally. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that was an adventure. And then when I moved here, my son lives here, so that's why
Oh,
I
I
moved
was
here.
going to say, why Palm Springs?
Yeah, yeah. And wow, it's an amazing place, even
Isn't it
though it's
fantastic?
about 121 or 2 degrees today. Yeah, there's
You
no
know,
walking the dog.
yeah, you go out at 5 in the morning, you do your
Yeah,
thing. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
it's
And but
crazy.
other than that 124 stuff, isn't it amazing? I know.
Yeah, there's
So you
so
moved
much
there
art
and
music.
you moved there in 20?
20, yeah.
Yeah. And I
Mhm.
moved there in 19.
Okay,
We're
okay.
about the same time. I love it so much.
Right, right. It's a great place to be creative, and there's so much diversity, and that's what I really love the diversity.
So so these things that you're doing with your music, like playing at these community centers and stuff, and is that like
Mhm.
paid gigs for you?
Mhm.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I make a living doing that now.
sweet.
Yeah,
And you're bringing
yeah.
so much joy to these people, right?
Oh, I had a gig today, and it's really fun. So my specialty really is working with memory care and people who have dementia. We could say Alzheimer's, but actually there's 128 different kinds of dementia. Kind of like cancer, you have a cancer, but then there's a category of the
Sure.
cancer.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So, but I work mostly with people who have Alzheimer's, although I don't know what the diagnosis is in many of these places. But so um, they're so much fun to work with, and now I started incorporating shakers, tambourines, and
So
so I give
they can get
everybody.
involved.
Oh, they have so much fun. They have so much fun. So that's my new thing
I
is
love that.
doing fun.
I'll never forget. This was years ago, before my husband's mom passed away, and she was having dementia.
Mm.
We were playing music, and she got up and just started dancing,
Mhm.
singing, and I mean, it was so beautiful because it just I mean, even, even for me, thinking about certain music, certain types of music, even music from when I was 12 and 13, when I remember all the words, I
Yeah,
remember
right.
sitting with record album covers and, I mean, I'm crazy about music and play music all the time. I just got my
Yeah,
new guitar. I just got my
yeah.
new one.
Oh, yeah, I know. I can't wait to hear it. A
Oh,
Martin. Oh, my word.
woo. So excited. So I've been playing that every day. But it's music is such an integral part in most people's lives, not in
Mhm.
everybody's, but in most people's. And it does spark memories. It does spark, you know, um, times when you were younger and certain things. I mean, certain things happened at certain times, and I remember those things.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. And it's such a joy to see people who hardly can speak their name sing songs. It's amazing.
it's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's really fun.
And so
So, but I will, oh, go ahead.
Oh, well, and so when you do this, are you doing like do you go room to room and play for single people, or do you do little concerts for the group, or both, or
I actually I played for a group. Yeah, a group of people.
now, and
So
are
it's
you playing with Kathy?
sometimes that's a whole nother thing that
Okay,
I
what's
do.
that thing? What's that thing?
Well, actually, we're doing a gig for the Desert Hot Springs Library, which is the hub of that particular little town where everybody goes because it's a small town and they have a lot of different events and they're celebrating their third anniversary. So they've called and asked if I would come and perform there. So Kathy and I are doing a gig there, and she used to be a school teacher and administrator, taught English as a second language. And so we are doing a combination of Spanish songs and English songs, and we bought kazoos, and we're going to give them all to the kids because there'll be a lot of kids. We're going to teach them how to play the kazoo. And then we bought shakers for the adults, and then we're going to be projecting lyrics and photographs when we are only singing. And, so we have a whole show that we are putting together. And I'm really hoping we can take that show to the different libraries around town, because this has been a lot of work. And if we can take that one
show together, it'd be nice to be able to replicate that show, right?
Yeah. So I've invited all the libraries in town to come to our event, and we'll see what happens. But so that's another part of what I do. Is I do a lot of marketing.
I was going to say, so there's the back end that's most people don't think about when they see you sitting up there playing your ukulele and singing songs. It's like, well, how'd you get here?
Yeah, so I'm pretty persistent in calling, and then a lot of these communities, the activity director changes. They're always changing.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, how come they're not calling me? Oh, it's a new person. I have to reintroduce myself.
Oh, yeah.
But right now, I have about 14 gigs a month. And what's wonderful about that is that means the rest of the time I get to spend on practicing my music or just having some fun around town. And so not every single day.
Coming to my music jams.
Yes, which I certainly intend to do when you get back into town.
I had one the other day here. So
Oh, did you?
So I kind of pick up people wherever I go.
Oh yeah, I imagine that. Very true.
We had a jam with about 10 people the other day. It was so much fun.
Oh, it's so much fun, isn't it? I know.
It is. When you just get to share. You just get to share. And in these particular jams, it's just a song circle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a performance, right? And everybody shares a song, and you go around the circle, and either you play or you listen or you learn or whatever. And it's just, it's just making magic together.
Yeah, it really is. And everybody's heart just opens up, and there's so much joy in it. So yeah, so most of my life is, very joyful. I'm always thinking about creating something new for my music. And
like what? What's next?
Well, I don't know exactly. I'm going to start school again in August, because I just started.
To finish the degree.
Yeah, it's going to take me years. Yeah, it was. I know. Who cares? Yeah, I'll tell you. I took piano last semester, and it's so hard for me. But they say it's the best thing for your brain. Like really, really good for your brain. But my brain is very, very overloaded with songs I have to remember, which I'm not good at. But you know what? We have to keep our brains really stimulated, so we can enjoy this time of our life, because this is the time when hopefully we get to have a little bit more time to hang out with your friends or your dog, or
as we've stepped into this new phase in our age and our life.
It's new, and
we're not done yet. We're not done.
No, not at all. There's so much to give, right? There's so much to give. How did we get here in the first place? So many people helped us along.
Yeah,
that's what I believe. So
it's important. It's maintaining the spark. It's maintaining the curiosity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I love that word. I say that word all the time. Curiosity. To be curious about life, about what's next, about possibilities, and about your opportunities, and what you get to do, what you get to bring to the world. What can you share? We are wise women.
Yes,
we're so not done. And to share our experiences and inspire others and give back to the world.
Exactly. Yeah. So I do a lot of volunteer work here in the desert. And I love that too, because I don't have a lot of money to live on. So, and I love the theater and of course musicals and, yeah, anything that has to do with the theater I love. So I volunteer for CV Rep, which is here in town, a fabulous theater, the LGBTQ Center. They do different events. I volunteer for, I have a client, which is Alzheimer's Coachella Valley, and an unbelievable service that they give to people with Alzheimer's. And I play there every Friday. And it's the couples. So it's the person who's taking care of the person with Alzheimer's, so it's both of them.
Oh my God.
So
Oh my God,
yeah,
that's amazing.
yeah, so when you do that, you have to make sure that the one that's cognitive is having fun, as well as the one that doesn't really have too many skills left. uh so you kind of have to get to the baseline of understanding things when you're playing with them. But I do volunteer for them too. They do a lot of fundraisers, or people do fundraisers for them, and I help out. So that really keeps me very involved, volunteering.
That is
Yeah,
so awesome. That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
So beautiful. So my friends out there in Heart and Hustle Land, are you hearing this? Are you being inspired by this conversation, whether to go out and pick up an ukulele or an instrument, or go out and do some volunteer work, or just shifting your mindset a little bit about what you can still do, what's next for you? I think that's just so important. That's so much about what this podcast is about the heart and the hustle. What lights you up? What do you want to do next? Because there's always a next.
Mhm, mhm.
That doesn't mean you're dying to do something different. It's just like, let's expand, let's be curious about what life has for us and what we can give back.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's programs. I mean, if you love to read, you can go read for kids at school. You can just spend some time by yourself with your feet up on the couch and read.
Yes, and
Oh,
then
I've
there's
never had
that.
time to read
Then there's that.
before.
Love it. Oh my God. Oh,
Yeah.
Catherine. I met Catherine in an ukulele group, and then we lost each other for a while. And then all of a sudden she walks in. I was at a show and she walked in and we're like, bam, come on, let's jam. And I'm so glad we got reconnected.
Yeah, yeah,
So
me
glad.
too.
So
Yeah,
thank you
yeah.
for spending time with me today,
Oh
for
gosh.
sharing your beautiful gifts to the world here in all that you do and all that you're bringing to the world, and the joy that you're bringing to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the most important thing.
It's really true. I've been talking to a few people about how they care for other people. And I'm like, you gotta take some time and care for yourself and really love yourself and do what's good for you. And then you can give to other people in a joyful way and not feel like it's a burden and it's weighing you down. And yeah, we really need to take good care of ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Whatever that means for you. I like to jump in the pool every day, even
Ooh, yeah.
though it's like bath water right now because it's
Yeah, 'cause
so
it's
hot.
hot. That's great. And I need to, I mean, like, my non-negotiable is I got to go out every morning and run with my pup dog. Uh,
Uh-huh.
I have to be
Yeah.
outside. I have to get outside. It's the thing
Oh,
that starts my
yeah.
day. It lights me up. It makes me breathe and
Yeah.
full of gratitude. And then there's, of course, a million other things, but
Right, 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 right. Yeah, I know.
and
I could be
playing my
outside.
new Martin. You know.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
brought my
gosh.
ukulele with me, and my niece and my sister are both learning how to play the ukulele.
Oh, what fun. Well, Cynthia Lynn is fabulous to follow. She's on YouTube, Cynthia
Oh,
Lynn.
okay. Cynthia
It's
Lynn. I
L
don't know
I
her. I just
L I
I just
N, I
taught
think.
myself because I've been playing music forever. But
Yeah, yeah, but if you're not around and they want to watch Cynthia, she's really fun to watch and easy to listen to. Well,
oh,
I think I'm going to buy myself an 8-string ukulele.
whoa.
I just played one the other day at the Claremont Folk Center store, and if you've never been there, you got to go there. We'll go someday
Oh no,
together.
God, no, 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 no. I don't know no more.
No, it's so fun. You don't. It's like a museum. You don't
Oh,
have to
cool.
buy
No, I have not
anything.
been.
It's really fun.
So
Uh,
how many ooks do you have?
oh, I don't know if you can see in the background.
No.
You
Oh my
probably can't,
God. Well,
but
no, you're blurred
uh,
out, but
oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.
only
I have
seven.
7.
Only seven.
Only 7. Well, here's the trick. When you get an ukulele, you cannot leave it in the room with another ukulele in the dark because I promise you they will procreate.
They will have babies.
That's the world of the ukulele player.
That's hilarious. Oh my God.
Yeah, this one I made.
Oh, is that a cigar box? I can't
Yeah.
I can't see it.
Oh, sorry.
Move it over to the side, the other side. There we go. There we go.
Yeah,
Whoops. Blurring out. Blurring out.
there
There
it
we
is.
go. Kind of.
But
Okay, we got
yeah,
it.
so I had a workshop with somebody, and we all made ukuleles out of cigar boxes, and that was a whole bunch of fun. Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah. So there's
See,
lots of you.
see, look at all the things that can happen.
Yeah, yeah. It's
One door
amazing.
opens up another door, opens up another door, opens
Yeah,
up another door.
yeah, yeah. Before you say no, think about it.
Yeah, sweet. All
You
right,
know.
honey. Well, thank you for spending time with me. We're just a short and sweet little interview here, but you are definitely a shining light, and I love what you're doing, and I love that you're having so much fun and making it work for you so that you can bring that joy to other people. Really beautiful.
Well, I hope everyone listening can take the same path.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
on. All right.
whatever it is.
And
Mwah!
everybody out there in Heart and Hustle Land, thank you again for spending time with me and with Katherine Campbell today. And let me know if you have any questions or comments or whatever you want to talk about. You know, I'm here for you. And, you know, if you come to the desert, check out Catherine's gig somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. You never know where she's going to show up.
My Zell in October. That's a free one at the senior center.
Okay. That's great.
I'll make sure you know.
Yes, please, please. I'll be back. I'll be back in town in mid-September, so we'll get together then.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, good.
All right,
Well,
loves. Okay, thank you
joyful
all.
travel.
Many blessings.